Comic book fans across the land, you have stumbled upon it today. The best and greatest crossover of all time, just in my humble opinion. I'm sure some people may disagree with that, but I am a bit biased because these are my two favorite superheroes. That's right. My favorite Marvel guy has always been the Incredible Hulk, and my favorite DC guy is Batman. Check this out. This book was so popular, they actually printed it in three different formats, three different versions. You have this little mini pocket guide here. Very, very awesome. Kind of rare, kind of hard to get. It's a little expensive. I've seen it go for as much as $100. And you can see that colors are still popping in this one. It's not mint by no means, but it's still a fairly decent edition. We've also got the reprint of the Treasury here. Special collector's edition of the crossover classic. DC and Marvel presents Batman and the Incredible Hulk. And this book here, it absolutely pops as well. Just the purple and green together of the Joker always popped. And you've got the big green machine, the Incredible Hulk. This is one of my favorites of all time. We're going to review the original today, though. So thank you so much. If you are a classic comic book fan, a retro comic book fan, you've come to the right place. Check this out. Of course, this one I actually have signed by the master himself, Jose Luis Garcia. Lopez. Here we go. DC and Marvel presents. We're going to move fairly quickly. Keep it going here. They nail this comic right off the gate, right out of the gate, right off the bat. They nail it. They've got the origin stories. Now, remember, folks, we're going back a solid 40 plus years. I mean, 1981. And these characters have not developed or evolved into what they are today. This is their essence. This is their core of how they started and how they've sort of maintained throughout the decades. They nail Batman right off the bat. I mean, he sees his parents murdered. Of course, he hones his body to physical perfection because, indeed, he has no superpowers. He is a master scientist, a master of disguise, a master in criminology, and a master of the martial arts and things of that nature. Of course, the Incredible Hulk is a true Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story. He gets angry, busts out of his suit there and busts out of his clothes and becomes a hulking behemoth, a monster, if you will. And we know, of course, his gamma radiation blast is how he became known as the Incredible Hulk. Now, the splash page. I mean, look at that. It truly is a work of art. It speaks for itself. It's almost a sin to talk over that splash page. I mean, I love it. You've got the Joker in the background just laughing like a hyena as usual. Well, let's get cracking here. So, right off the bat, you want to know the nightmare of every artist. Scenery. Yeah. So hard to do. Anyway, I'm not a fan of it. Here's some awesome scenery down here as well. You can see that Garcia Lopez truly can do it all. Characters. He can do illustration as far as, expressions. Telling a story with the pictures. You don't even have to read the words to this really to know what's going on. Of course, the story is about this guy here who is the madman. He is the shaper of worlds. He can create worlds, and he is in cahoots with the Joker. I don't want to spoil it in case you've never read it, which is a sin. Get out there and read this thing. And, of course, we have the introduction to the Clown Prince himself, the one, the only, the Joker. Probably Batman's most famous villain and most notable, maybe. Depends on who you are. Guys, check this out. Talk about expression. Here he is. Boy, that smarts. Feels like no, the thorn's there. Aha. Quite right, dear boy. They're poisoned, and then blink into the drink he goes. And what happened? He questioning the Joker over here, and the Joker did not like that. Now we have our introduction to David Bruce Banner. Of course, the Incredible Hulk, and this facility here, he's, of course, seeking a cure. Remember, this was out around the time that the television show was still going on, and that was the theme of the TV show, Dr. Banner, constantly looking for a cure, wandering the nation from coast to coast, looking for a way to rid himself of the Incredible Hulk. Well, the Joker has taken over this facility. He's trying to get this machine, and as he's pumping in the laughing gas here, just so happens that Dr. Banner, being the genius that he is, finds a suit with a air mask, and so he can be protected. And then, lo and behold, the Joker and his goons are on the scene. And then now, here we go, the introduction to our hero, the Incredible Hulk, the one, the only Green Machine. Leave Hulk alone, puny humans, or Hulk will smash. I had to do it. I couldn't resist. Look at that artwork, man. The inks hold up. If you look at this book, man, they sourced back in the 70s and the 80s. Comics didn't have the shading and the highlighting that they have now. It was very limited. Comics were much cleaner, not nearly as busy. So they did a lot of tricks like the ink shading here to give you dimension, depth, and density. And of course, here we have the Caped Crusader on the scene, knocking about 3 goons out as he enters the panel. And once again, just brilliant artwork from Garcia Lopez. Just a fair warning, guys. I am a huge Lopez fan, probably my favorite artist of all time. Met him at the Lexington Comic-Con in Lexington, Kentucky. And what a fantastic guy. Super nice. I actually brought some of my own artwork to show him, that he has inspired me over the years. And he was very gracious, very, very kind, said some very nice things about my artwork. But again, look at this. Look at the Hulk. Huh? And just look at that. It looks like he's saying, huh? You don't need that bubble. And the Hulk is saying, huh? And then Batman here is got this intense look on his face. And he realizes that he was slow on the draw. And the Joker has turned this Green Machine monster. And it's on like Donkey Kong. Here we have an epic battle scene that's taking place here. And Batman, look at this. I mean, you talk about action. You talk about just beautiful panels and beautiful workmanship. Look at this. I mean, love it. And Hulk, how could he do that? Well, Batman, brother, he's fast like a cat. You got to stay on your game. And I know this, I've seen this in so many different Facebook posts, and I get it. Marvel fanboys, DC fanboys, we are all passionate. We are all really opinionated when it comes to comics. But like I said, we're going back. These characters had not evolved into what they are today. The Hulk was not taking over planets at this time. So keep that in mind when you read these stories and you think about it. Keep them in the time frame that they were actually written in, that they were actually drawn in and written in. And look at here, right here, of course, it's like hitting a brick wall, which makes sense, boom. And come on, you big green gorilla, fall. Not a chance, man. It's Incredible Hulk. So look at this. I mean, just fascinating artwork by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. And look at this panel here. I mean, and the size of it, man. You've got to get this Treasury Edition, folks. If you don't have it, get it. At least get one of the versions out there. It's just such a great read, and holding it in your hand is just such a pleasure to do. And look at the look on the Joker. He's pumped. He's excited. His guy's winning. And look at this. I mean, just the shot through the double axe handle here, the old professional wrestling move. Any old wrestling guys out there, this move, the old axe handle that they do. Sometimes they do it off the top rope. Look at this. Batman, of course, trying to hit him with the gas, and the Hulk's too smart. But Batman's like, oh, no, let me see if I can get him with the low blow to the gut. Boom. And, of course, next thing you know, the Hulk is unconscious. And the Joker, he's off. He's out and about. Batman doesn't know what to do because the world has changed. The alley that used to be here has disappeared because of, you'll see later, the Shaper of Worlds. Keep it moving here. Here's Bruce's. This, I found this interesting, that we see the Hulk transform back to Dr. Banner, and we see Bruce and Bruce. Dr. Banner with millionaire Bruce Wayne here in this panel. And just look at that. I mean, look at that just looks like a hero. Look at that chiseled jaw and that the features there. Cannot go wrong. Following the Joker here, he's got the ray. He's hooking up with the villain here, the Shaper of Worlds, or the World Shaper. This guy right here. And I don't think I've ever seen this guy in anything but this particular book. I'm not a huge Marvel guy, to be honest with you, so maybe I'm incorrect on that. Please correct me in the comments if he's been in other stories or other things like that. But I found him to be very frightening in this story, and very powerful, and very just kind of steals the show, really. He's just got this master plan to take out so the Gamma Gun Joker. Turn it off. It's failed miserably. I'm still losing my dream-absorbing power, still losing my mind. So this part machine, part man creature thing here is losing his mind. And when the sea churns green. Now, we're coming up on a panel here. And guys, I'm just skimming this. I'm not going over each and every one. You need to get out there and buy this yourself. And here's Batman on the case. I love these scenes. You see, Neil Adams did this really well when he was drawing Batman. You would follow Batman on a case, and he would be going from panel to panel to panel, and you could follow along with what Batman was doing, just like a movie scene, a movie reel, and just did a fantastic job with that. But Neil Adams was really, really good. His art was really good at following the storyline like that. And here's Batman. He's figuring it out. He's got the goons knocked out unconscious. Oh, he's found a clue. Black Swan Cafe. All right, let's see where that leads us. And, of course, here he is using his Master of Disguise right here abilities. And this is very interesting. Anytime you've got the Hulk, it seems like the military's involved, right? So we've got the military personnel involved again. And look, lo and behold, they've done it. You see him starting to turn green here. He's starting to Hulk out like old Lou Ferrigno used to do on the TV series. Big Lou used to bust out of that shirt, man. And man, I can remember being a little kid. I was probably 6, maybe 7 when that showed, but I can remember it vividly when he would Hulk out. And, of course, I've watched the DVDs and the reruns since then. Look at this, man. Look at that. I mean, look at that artwork. Look at that intense look on the Incredible Hulk's face. The spreading of the toes there. You can feel the anger from the Hulk right here. And look, of course, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 soldiers on him there. And it's not going to be enough, guys. Hate to tell you this. Hulk's getting ready to come up out of there. And then they shoot him with this. They're giving him the shock treatment. This guy's getting ready to go for a ride. Yep, into the drink they go. They're on a big battle carrier. And this guy here, I thought was a fascinating character as well that they introduced in this story. I've never seen him except in this book as well. So maybe he's been used before or somebody like him. But I found this to be very fascinating. Of course, look at this look. Again, no words needed. The expressions that Garcia was able to portray on these characters is absolutely stunning. Confused, the man-monster whirls to find himself facing the living embodiment of the bogus Colonel Parker's wishful thinking that it was not on deck a mere moment ago isn't really important now. All that matters are its intentions, and those are definitely hostile. So this big old yellow bulking dude here coming for the Hulk, and watch what he does. I find it fascinating here. they have a little battle here. Here comes the Hulk, of course, charging like a rhino. And then got a little battle scene taking place here. He's throwing a bunch of junk at him. And this guy apparently can make stuff bounce off. Sparoing. Shrek. Look here. The Hulk diving into the middle of him. So now he can bounce things off of him, or he can absorb things. So he can make things bounce off, or he can absorb them in. What a power! What a clever, creative character that they created for this story. And you ain't going nowhere, Greenie. So talking smack to the Hulk while he's pinned up here, except where we want you to go. All right, and look, I love this shot right here. Look at this shot. This steals the show for me. I'm a huge Doc Samson guy. There he is, of course, holding up the machinery with just one hand because he's all cock diesel, stronged out, man. He's a strong dude. And here's the Cape Crusader. And then again, here we have when the Shaper commands. This is chapter 4. While back at a certain warehouse. All these guys are getting together with their plot. And the Hulk is not digging it, man. Hulk's not liking it. You better hope you don't get out of there, fellas. Uh-oh. Too late. The Hulk explodes. Boom. Hold, my friend. We have no quarrel. You and I merely wish to. No, it's too late. Uh-oh. Things are getting maddening now. We're getting ready to take it to another dimension here. Hulk springing out of there. Look down here at this panel. The Joker sweating bullets. Will somebody please talk me out of this? Uh-oh. Joker's gotten in over his head. And look, you know the Joker's desperate when he signals the Batman and he's trying to make a deal. You never know. Look at here. He tries to. But before you get physical, as per usual, there's a little deal I'd like to offer you. Here's my hand on it. Forget it, madman. Of course, Batman gets him in a nice wrist lock here. And the Joker is the only kind of deal you'd ever make would be from the bottom of a deck. Batman's not trusting the Joker there, huh? If you say it's true, Joker, why do I need you to help me trade? I'd feel a lot more comfortable with you in padded walls. That may be so, you muscle-bound masher. I love that line. All right. And again, here is you can just follow along the action. Look at this. And this panel here is beautiful. And, of course, Batman's got the Joker tagging along with him. They're out beating the trail. They're out pounding the pavement together, doing some detective work. And look at this. And he is a muscle-bound masher. Garcia really making Batman jacked right here, looking good. Of course, like, we talked about earlier, he has honed his body to physical perfection. So something to keep in mind. And look at here, the Hulk just doing it. Now he's going to try to reason with the Incredible Hulk. Good luck. That usually doesn't go well. And we get into another little skirmish here. Batman, the Hulk, Batman. Look at this. Batman doing the flip. Look at this. Just look at this panel. Look at this. Just boom, 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 boom. The action. Man, so good. Such an inspiration. Maybe one day when I grow up, I'll be able to draw that good. Hopefully. I love this scene here. He's diving through the car. Look, Batman, and he comes with the double leg. If anybody out there knows anything about wrestling, Batman, clearly he's studied. Actually, he needs a step. He needs to put his foot in between the legs there and get a little lift, turn the head. Look at the Hulk here. Look at this guy. Ripped. He's a monster. Batman, man, they made a lot of good use of smoke pellets and bombs in this particular issue. Playing a blind man here. I wonder who that is. Spoiler alert. It's Batman. Now we're going to bring in some of Marvel's fantastic villains. We've got the leader. Of course, some of Batman's characters too. You got Scarecrow, Rhino. Look at this. I love this. Let's not skip this. Joker, what are you doing? You can't let that mindless monster confront the Shaper alone. Why, you spineless worm. Whack! Somebody has to go with the Hulk to support him, guide him. Of course, Batman will. I'm here to help you, Hulk, if you'll have me. Hulk thought you were dead. Before this is finished, friend, we may both be. And I can remember I think I got this comic when I was like 10 or 11, so it had been out for quite a while when I had actually gotten it. And I actually still have the original. This is another copy that I have, a nicer one. The one I have from my childhood is all taped up from where it's gotten torn and tattered. But here the Batman and the Hulk are throwing down. And, of course, we got the look at the Scarecrow getting physical with the Hulk here. He's about to return into a bale of hay, man. Pow! Look at that. Oh, look at this. Look at this beautiful scene right here where Batman punches Two-Face and, of course, splits him right down the middle. So they're in this Shaper of Worlds dimension here, and things are going haywire. I love this part here. Look at this. I mean, look at this scenery. I mean, enough said. Just look at the flawlessness of his artwork. I mean, just so good, so good. And like I said, he's really great at expression and just capturing the intensity of the Incredible Hulk character, capturing the madness and the hyena-like caricature of the Joker. And of course, look at these. I mean, just this world's bonkers, man. Look at this. This is worth the price of the book right here. These 2 pages, so much going on. Joker, look at that. Look at the gesture. Look at the background. Of course, background's harder than the characters, in my opinion. Look at the Incredible Hulk with the face paint like the Joker. Batman's all mad. It's hard to take a guy serious when he's dressed like a clown. Oh, Batman the clown. Look. I mean, this page is better than that page. It just, each page gets better and better. And we've got a little Mad Hatter action, of course, that fits perfectly with the Madman, the Joker. And look, here's Batman. He's a little angry here. He's not having a good day. Apparently his head has become, a right angle. Look, he's pleading. The Joker, I gave you credit for being more of an artist. It's a mad, mad world. Look. I mean, come on, guys. Boom, boom, boom. Just brilliant. Just a master at work here. Very colorful, very fun comic, man. You guys got to get this comic if you don't have it. Like I said, one of my all-time favorite books. Maybe my all-time favorite comic. I just love it from cover to cover. I love everything about it. Of course, it's my 2 favorite superheroes. It's Batman and the Incredible Hulk together. And I'm a big Joker fan, too. I love the Joker. And I think the Joker has done a great job in this book as far as being the glue that kind of holds the whole story together when you read it. His cowardice and his cunning and his trickery, of course, are always a story within a story. And of course, here's the evolution of a cover. This is world famous. I love these little notes. I don't know how true these are. I don't know if this was really, actual, or if they just kind of did this as an example of what would have been said. Because some of this is kind of harsh, what they said to Garcia Lopez. And I'm thinking, yeah, if I'm Lopez, I'm telling, hey, go take a hike, man. I'm the master here. And check out this back. I mean, maybe even better than the cover. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. It's got, your Marvel villains. And, of course, a DC villain here. Well, you got Two-Face and Scarecrow and the leader. And so on and so forth. Guys, I appreciate you so much hanging out with me today. Hey, if you like independent artists and you want to support independent artists, guess what I am? I'm an independent artist. Feel free to check out some of my stuff here. Here's a comic I did, wrestling comic. If you're into wrestling, Check this out. Mayhem in Memphis. This is the expanded edition, so it's a little bit bigger. And these are all signed by me, yours truly. And check this out. If you like old wrestling from the Mid-South area, the Memphis wrestling area, that's what this story is about. It's about Memphis wrestling. And I did this. Actually, Jerry the King Lawler himself gave me the idea to do this book. And so I did it. And I have had really good comments about it. Really a lot of complimentary deals. And if you're a big fan of those guys back in the day, the world's greatest wrestler, he's the best you've ever seen, Jerry the King Lawler. Back in the day, he was the man. And this comes in 2 different covers. I've got the variant covers right here. I've got the one where Jerry Lawler's throwing the fireball himself. And, of course, I've got the collage cover as well. And speaking of Jerry the King Lawler, check this out. This is a book that Jerry Lawler did back in the 70s. And he actually did it when he was starting. He was wrestling. He was actually a wrestler at the time he did this. And this book was in black and white. And I was commissioned by Jeffrey Osborne, a friend of Jerry Lawler's, to color it. And now this book has been colorized some 40-something years, 45 years later, after it was originally printed in an old wrestling magazine. And so you can kind of see here, this is all Jerry Lawler's artwork from when he was a young man, I think in his early 20s. Yeah, it had to be his early 20s. And I was so blessed, being a big Jerry Lawler fan myself. It was just an honor to color his artwork for him and to do this comic. It was absolutely a blessing. And you can see Jerry Lawler's artwork. And Jerry Lawler, fantastic artist. I mean, he really could have been a professional artist if he wasn't a professional wrestler. This was some of his early work, even his later work, and this is really good stuff. His later work was even better. You can see he matured as an artist, which we all do. We all tend to get a little better as we go by. But definitely, guys, I'm going to put some links down here, and you can check this out. But this is Jerry Lawler's book, man. The Patriot. It was a wrestler that he created back in the day, and it was an honor for me to work on this and color it. And Jerry Lawler was the inker and the writer and the illustrator, and all I did was really color it. So I really had the easy part. And if you're a fan of comedy, hey, don't forget my Spoof magazine. It's available on Amazon. It's also available on my eBay store. And if you like anything action-packed, then this book is for you. I'm just going to thumb through it real quick for you. Really happy on how this turned out. Here's funny. Hey, go ahead. Touch my gold. You feeling lucky? These are Hollywood pinups. It's a bunch of pinups in here. Here's a Bruce Lee. This is a story called Exit the Dragon. And it's a Bruce Lee story. Man, the colors pop. I'm really happy with how they turned out. So if you like Mad Magazine and you like Cracked Magazine, you're gonna love Spoof Magazine. Give it a follow. Hey, support an independent artist like myself, guys. Thank you so much for sitting through the retro comic review. It's such a blast, man. Hey, guys, do yourself a favor. Go out, get this book, man. It's available. It's on eBay. It's on different, Etsy store or Macari and places like that. Get out there and get this, man. You got to have this for your collection if you don't already. Such a wonderful story. I hope I did it justice. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you again so much for joining us. Be nice in the comments. Love one another. Take care. God bless. We'll see you.